Here's Reed. He had no angle. Rebound Carroll.
May not be an aggressive defender, but he certainly is an aggressive offensive player and a very good one.
And shooting very well, 55% his last 8 games. Most of his shots have been from in close. Although tonight he's only 2 for 7. Newman. Oh, that's got to feel good. Johnny Newman has been having all kinds of difficulties, particularly from three-point range. 1 for his last 23 prior to that shot. And through the month of March, he has shot only 38%. Floyd off the hesitation. Carroll. Rebound Newman. Knicks by 5, 19-14. And you recall how well Newman was shooting before the last 3-4 weeks. Here's Newman. Wilkins keeping it alive. Well, the Knicks get the new possession. Here's Wilkins, three-pointer. And Peterson on the rebound. It's a 2-on-1. Make a 3-on-1. Carroll, the trailer. Brings the Rockets within 3. The Knicks 19 and Houston 16.
The Knicks big men unable to keep up with the Rockets. You never want to be beat down court by Joe Barry Carroll.
Ewing with possession, yes, and the foul. Technical call. Ewing off to a furious start. He has 10 points, and he will go to the line.
What a gorgeous move by Ewing. So quickly executed. Jackson picking up an assist now. Beautiful pass. What a position Ewing has. So close to the hoop. Carroll didn't deny him, and Ewing executed a gorgeous move.
Sidney Green has come on for the first time, replacing Kenny Walker. Leaves with a field goal for 2. Three-point play by Ewing. Peterson. And rebounded by Jackson, who was run into by Reed. Rockets over the foul limit. The one on Reed. Here comes Bill Cartwright. And a hand for Patrick Ewing as he leads with 11. Ewing 4 for 4 from the field, 3 for 3 from the foul line. Mark Jackson will shoot a pair.
Anytime the man at this point in the game gets half of your team's points, he deserves a rest.
And Ewing has not picked up a foul. Knicks lead it.
Akeem Olajuwon
On the score, 22-16.
Replacing Joe Barry Carroll.
Akeem the Dream return. Joe Barry Carroll departs. Carroll leaves with 6 points.
Bill Fitch delivering a message there. Can't quite tell if Joe Barry appreciated it or not.
7-point Knick lead. He fielded the bad pass, but last cut by Trent Tucker, who just checked in. Trying to check the scoreboard, which reads 23-16 for the Knicks. Well, we're told it might be 24. Well, within 1 or 2, right, John? They have had many problems with the scoreboard here at Madison Square Garden. The Rockets turn it over. I don't know if anyone on the Knicks bench has picked it up, but I think they only credited 1 of the 2 Mark Jackson free throws. Now they changed it, and a traveling violation is called. Imagine Bill Fitch looking up at the board now, and all of a sudden it moves from 23 to 24, 45 seconds after that last Knick point. Wondering if they're trying to slip one by him.
I don't think he looked up. He's mighty still.
And it's last touch by Houston.
Knicks pressure has had an effect. This last turnover caused by Jackson's tight defense. One of a couple that have gone against Houston now. They're going to stay with that pressure.
Tucker for Bill Cartwright. There's Cartwright looking for the shot. Olajuwon got a piece of it.
5th shot blocker in the NBA. Olajuwon does that a lot.
And away from the ball, Cartwright in involved with Olajuwon and the foul on Cartwright. The Rockets call for the Cincinnati Reds. Marv Albert with John Andres from the guard. 2:51 remaining in the first quarter. Knicks off to the good shooting start. Cedric Toney in for the first time, replacing Mark Jackson. The Knicks have Green, Walker, and Cartwright up front. Toney was sent flying. Toney and Tucker in the backcourt. Knicks lead 24-16. Peterson guarded by Green. Olajuwon with a beautiful move, gives it up to Reed. He's been off. Rebound Cartwright. Tucker, who has been on fire. And the Rockets with a fast break.
Look at that push by Sleepy Floyd on Trent Tucker. He just pushed him out of the way, and it worked.
An offensive hand check.
Yeah, it helped him out, too. He got ahead of Tucker.
So McRae with his first bucket, and the Knicks lead by 6. Toney from deep. Rebound, Olajuwon. Walker with a reach-in. Walker guarding short. There's Peterson. And Short comes out shooting. Good position by Green. Minute and a half remaining in the first quarter. Walker. And Peterson on the rebound. The Knicks lead by 6, 24-18. McRae stopped by Green. A host of blocks for the Knicks in this first quarter.
Fine anticipation by Sidney Green.
Walker with the step. A minute left in the first quarter. Walker got a piece of it again. Olajuwon lost to Toney. It's very pestiferous, guy.
Right.
Here's Floyd. And Tucker gets to it. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Does that mean they're pests, Marv?
Yes, they're annoying if you're the Houston Rockets. A lot of hands. Second-year man from Alabama. First-round draft pick of Houston a year ago.
You mentioned deflections the other night in Milwaukee. 35 Knicks deflections. 23 in the second half. That really helps teams win games, and coaches count them.
Olajuwon off the spin. I thought immediately, John.
Yeah, right.
I felt as I looked at him in college in his earlier years, I thought this is a kid who's going to surprise everyone.
Right. He was a tub, that guy. Big guy, but he lost that weight and was a much better player than anyone could have anticipated.
Final seconds, first quarter. Down to 5. Here's Tucker. And that is it.
Come up. Olajuwon quick around Cartwright. And for some reason, Robert Reed doesn't use the backboard on that jump shot that followed and missed the shot.
The Knicks stay with Toney and Tucker at the guards. Green, Ewing, and now Newman up front. As we get underway in the second quarter, the Knicks by 4. Here is Tucker. The Frenno for his first 3. And he comes off a strong game against the Milwaukee Bucks. First ball foul on Ewing. For Ewing, it is his first. Trent Tucker has hit 17 of his last 25 shots coming into tonight. Peterson was fouled. The Knicks now lead 24-22. They led by as many as 8. Ewing off the spin. Rebound Green soaring high and through the foul. And here's the pressure. Peterson gets it down to Olajuwon. Johnson for Floyd. Short guarded by Jackson. Short lost it. Tucker from 3. Green with the launching rebound and a nice feed for Ewing.
So much good work there.
Here's Floyd. And the Knicks lead is now 26-22. 24.
So deflating to go through all that hard effort and good work, good things happening, and not convert.
Minute and a half gone by in the second quarter. On the shot clock. And it will be Nick Ball, last touch by Short.
Nick's fortunate to be able to maintain this lead now. They're not shooting well.
Arizona trailing by 8 in the second half. The winner will face Kansas Monday night for the national championship. Jackson for Ewing. Beautifully executed. Ewing has 13.
Get an idea of how strong Ewing is, how he hung on the rim then with one hand for a split, maybe 2 seconds after that.
Purvis Short. Oh, he threw the rainbow and got the roll.
Got the goal. Yes, at the end of the rainbow.
26. John, leave me alone. Akeem handling and
nice
throwing it away.
Nice pass, Akeem. Take a lap around the blue seats for that one.
Akeem Olajuwon, the focus of much controversy a week and a half ago in Houston. Very upset with the way the Rockets were playing and felt under Bill Fitch. Various players did not know what their role was supposed to be. 15 now for Ewing, also critical of the point guard play of Eric Sleepy Floyd. Here's Short. Rebound Olajuwon and foul by Green. So Olajuwon will go to the line. Here's Wilkins.
Foul by Sidney Green.
Reporting back in.
And New York has 3 team fouls.
And Johnny Newman will sit down. So the Knicks who have been successful recently with and killed the Knicks.
Stick around at halftime, Marv. You'll hear Akeem tell me he's not sorry either he made those comments.
And Akeem is not one to lash out. In fact, not one to speak very often. Very quiet guy. Illegal defense called. Although it should be pointed out that Akeem Olajuwon does speak English, French, and 4 Nigerian dialects, like yourself, John.
You'd never know.
Knicks by 2, 30-28. Allen Level has come on for the first time. Wilkins lost it. So setting the Rockets, it is Level now handling it in the backcourt. Peterson, Olajuwon, Short, and Johnson also on the floor. That's a very tall unit for Houston. Here is Short. Rebound Johnson rejected. Rebound Olajuwon. Off a double team called. Kenny Walker now up front with Patrick Ewing. 4 minutes gone by, second quarter. Good switch by Walker. Olajuwon. Akeem Olajuwon with 10 points, making his return from that sprained right knee. He'd missed the last 3 games. And he has played well, although he does have 2 personal fouls. He picked them up.
Fitch isn't doing it. Give you an idea of how difficult it is to deal with Akeem, listed at 7 feet, but about 6'10". And he is so quick with his motions and moves. Really almost impossible to stop him from getting that shot off.
For the Rockets, this their final stop on a 4-game road trip. They lost in Philadelphia and Boston, beat Indiana at Market Square on Thursday. Rockets with the decisive edge over a Knicks team that has rebounded very well recently. Knicks' last 2 games, they have out-rebounded their opponents 100-66.
Hey, the Knicks are the 9th rebounding team in the NBA. Talk about a turnaround from last year when they were at the bottom. That's some numbers.
5 on the shot clock. Jackson. And a foul call against the Rockets. The Ringside official Darryl Garrison says a push on level. Here's Joe Barry Carroll replacing Akeem Olajuwon. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocked shots.
He loves it here in New York. He's
3 on 2 here short, and he's been off. Tucker gets to the rebound. Jackson, nice pass to Walker. Yes. Knicks by 4, 34-30. Quick transition by the Rockets, but the Knicks getting down.
Knicks need to lift it up now. They've been flat for a long time so far.
Level with that shot put-like jumper. Climbing foul on Carroll. A loose ball foul. Rockets with their third team foul. And it will be Nick Ball.
Against Joe Barry Carroll. That's his second personal foul. And the Rockets have 3.
Succeeding again with the 3 guards. Jackson, Wilkins, Tucker, along with Walker and Ewing.
Tucker's got the problem because he has to deal with Purvis short.
Although Purvis does most of his scoring from outside. Here's Wilkins. Yes.
After the basket comes the pressure.
And Johnson with a bad pass. Tucker. Wilkins had it batted away. Recovered by Jackson. The look away. And here's Ewing. Oh, what a play.
Well, that's an example of the look away getting something done. I mean, deceiving and freezing the defense.
The Knicks by 8, and it's thrown away again by the Rockets. The Knicks with 8 unanswered points, and the pressure doing the job.
Knicks pressure resulting in Peterson having the responsibility to deliver the pass at 6'10". That's just what the Knicks want.
People look at the pressure strictly from a defensive point of view, but in the Knicks case, it not only makes them aggressive defensively, but you get the idea offensively, too. Here's Ewing.
They jump 1/4 inch higher.
Is that
the
it?
Knicks succeeding 5 plays.
Very nice, John. Just under 6 to go in this first half. Bad pass. Another Rocket turnover. Jackson all the way and fouled by Johnson. Buck Johnson.
Jackson
for his second.
Angry with himself for not making that shot. It turned out to be a rather easy shot.
A little bit later on. The Rockets forced to call the timeout.
I think Akeem is making it a 20, but I believe they already have. He sees the whole court, obviously.
No, he obviously had enough of the interview. Loose ball foul call. It's on Walker. The Knicks continue the aggressive defensive play. Over the limit. Second call on Walker. And Allen Level will go to the line. As they look to Monday night, go up against the Jayhawks of Kansas. The Knicks by 8, 40-32. 5.5 left in this first half. Here's Walker. Yes. Kenny Walker from deep. He has 6 points, and the Knicks have opened up a 10-point lead. And the Knicks will get it off that turnover.
Why is Akeem backcourt bringing the ball up? That's the question. That's not his role.
Turnover number 10 for the Rockets. Knicks with only 3. And Ewing blew it. Akeem had turned away. And the Knicks fortunate to get the rebound. Wilkins. Yes.
What a tough basket.
They're short. Oh, beautiful move by Purvis, who usually does his shooting from long range.
Move of the game so far. Gorgeous.
Ewing off the fake and hit by Olajuwon. That is his third.
Ewing is learning from Olajuwon, it seems. Olajuwon, premier player in the center position with those moves inside. Ewing himself very quick tonight when he gets the ball. A lot of wheeling and dealing left and right, tough to contain him.
Someone stepped in. Houston ball, foul line violation on the Knicks, who now lead by 11. 45-34.
Yes, Maxwell playing an average of 12 minutes a game this season.
Cedric now in the position of the off guard. Here is Level. And McCray with the tip.
That was Rodney McCray.
So the Knicks by 9, 45-36. Rodney McCray with his second field goal. Now Ewing operating against Carroll. Wilkins from 3. Yes. Every phase of this game is clicking. Gerald Wilkins now with 11.
9 assists the other night in Milwaukee. That was very impressive.
Knicks by 12, 48-36. Here is Carroll. And last touch by the Rockets. Knicks with a good run here. 3:40 remaining in the first half. Ewing off the spin.
Oh, what a move.
Ewing with 20 points.
Realize how different Ewing's moves have become. He's got so many ways to shoot that ball now.
Knicks by 14, 50-36. Biggest lead of the night. Short. Purvis Short converts his third bucket. He has 6, and the Knicks lead is 12. Newman continues to have the difficulty. What a pass! He had no angle.
Sweet.
22 for Ewing. Level. Call for the charge. Offensive foul on Allen Level.
You play with Mark Jackson, you better be ready. Watch him. Whoop.
Offensive foul.
Only Patrick Ewing was on his wavelength.
That's his second personal foul.
2:45 remaining in the first half. Again Ewing. Again Ewing. Rejected, but a foul. And both Olajuwon and Carroll guilty of
That's his third personal foul. 3 on Carroll.
losing sight of Ewing down low. 54-38 with a very impressive first half. And of defense. Maxwell. Peterson. And Ewing with a good rebound. Wilkins. And last touch by the Knicks. The pass thrown in the direction of both Ewing and Jackson.
Wilkins smiling. I think he thought it was headed for Ewing, but Mark Jackson with his quick hands got it.
And the call changed. Last touch by Houston. Ewing now working against Peterson. Rebound McCray. Both Houston big men on the bench. Carroll with 3 fouls. Olajuwon with 3. Maxwell for McCray. And it's Nick ball. Ewing got a piece of that first attempt. McCray thought he was fouled. Jackson. Yes.
Jackson. And Knicks lead,
56-38. Knicks with the lead. Here's Short. The foul. The basket counts. Walker ran it to Short. And Purvis Short will go to the line.
Followed by Walker.
Very interesting, Mark, to see the Rockets going with Joe Barry, Carroll, and Akeem Olajuwon on the bench for this period of time.
Purvis Short on the line, shooting black.
So here is Purvis Short as Trent Tucker comes on, and the Knicks back to the 3-guard offense with Jackson, Tucker, and Wilkins. Knicks lead by 16. Tucker, yes. He received no pressure from Maxwell. The Knicks by 18.
A 2-point play by Trent Tucker.
And the pressure on Level. It's the biggest lead of the night. Short. Pass It counts. And the foul on Tucker.
Here he comes. Purvis is here.
Followed by Trent Tucker. That's
Short,
Tucker's
so dangerous. Not getting the flat-footed jump shots as much as he did last game, but here's some slick moving by Purvis Short.
He has 10 points. He's hit 5 out of 9. Purvis Short has made it back from the knee injury last season. Played only 34 games last year.
What a very surprising statistic, Marv.
John, I always enjoy your surprises.
Knicks have 58 points. Only 4 of them off the bench.
That's astounding.
It is. That was supplied by Greg. I can keep statistics too, Gumbel.
Oh, all right. Greg lending a hand even when he's off the air. What a guy. Here's Short. And Wilkins gets to it. Volleyball pass to Ewing. And the foul. Yes, it counts. 26 points for Ewing, who has a season high of 31, a career high of 43. But watch this one more time.
Wilkins to Jackson to Ewing, almost head at rim level.
And the Knicks receiving a standing ovation. They now lead 61-43. That's a leg block called on Newman.
Isn't it natural for you to say, and a beauty?
It's the other sport, John.
Oh.
But very attentive. Level going right at Ewing. And a foul call. Ewing got a piece of Level's head. Well, talking about our other statistician, Craig Gumbel, the Gumbel family, Michelle and Marcy Gumbel at courtside.
Alan Ruddle shooting 2.
Out on Level. With 32 seconds remaining in the
Oh, maybe. Not so sure.
John, with his twisted mind, always getting in the way of his work. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wilkins. Newman off the follow. And Newman threw the foul with 8 seconds remaining in the first half. Peterson
It's his first personal
picks up his
foul.
first. Knicks showing pressure. Out of 5 seconds. Short was long. And that is the end.
You're watching Madison Square Garden Network.
Brought to you, as always, by Minolta and their Freedom cameras for picture-taking freedom. Leave it to the mind of Minolta. Speaking of Patrick Ewing,
here they're looking for him down low, and as you can see, look at the position that he has. He's right in the paint, so he turns on Carroll and makes an easy bank shot.
In fact, Akeem Olajuwon has been sometimes a step and a half slow keeping up with Ewing.
Right, I think his knees definitely bothering him. Here's a shot, something the Knicks don't do that often. They got 2 or 3 offensive attempts at the basket. They were very aggressive in their rebounding, and Ewing was intimidated by Akeem on that shot. They forgot to get back on the defensive end. As you see Floyd coming in here for an easy layup. But again, I would give them A for effort on the offensive boards. That's something they need to do more often of.
Meanwhile, when the Knicks have had a chance to break in on the Rockets, they have done so particularly off great passes from Mark Jackson.
Jackson is doing his thing. He penetrates in the paint. And of course, he's always looking for Ewing, and there he is for the stuff. And he hangs around. That's not a show-off move. Most of the time, a player's trying to protect himself.
Ewing, the man in the first half, 10 for 15 from the field, 27 points. His season high, 31. His career high, 43 against Atlanta back in December of '86. So both in range. Ewing starting the second half along with Green and Walker up front. Here is Ewing. Rebound tip missed by Green, but it's Green again, keeping it alive.
Wisely done by him after that good work. Take it out.
Jackson, three-pointer. Mark Jackson with 11 points along with with 10 assists.
And in his way, 10 assists equal 20 points. He had 8 from the field as well. So Ewing has 27 and Jackson has 28, if you look at it that way.
Rockets opening with both Olajuwon and Carroll. The poor Rocket shooting continues. Both Olajuwon and Carroll have 3 personal fouls. Walker and Jackson make it 11 assists. And the Knicks with a 68-45 lead. Here's Carroll. So Joe Barry Carroll with 8 points, the high man of the first half. Purvis Short with 11. Akeem Olajuwon with 10. The only other Knick in double figures aside from Ewing, Wilkins with 11 in the first half, and now Jackson has 11. Nice move. Eric Floyd. And the Knicks lead 68-49.
It's this story of very high for the Knicks. They're returning the favor. The Knicks had 39 points in the second quarter. Interesting, in Houston last week, Houston had 39 in the first quarter against the Knicks, so we're having a reversal here.
Rare turnovers for the Knicks. They had only 5 in the first half. Olajuwon able to hit out a foul. The Rockets are showing some signs. Akeem will go to the foul line. Ewing picks up his 3rd.
Akeem running the court well. Sleepy Floyd always looking for open people. Very tough to stop Akeem when he's in that close.
Rebounded by McRae. Here's Floyd from 3. Olajuwon able to get to it. Ewing did not want to pick up a 4th foul. Cartwright is getting set to replace him. Here's Carroll with a nice move. And the Rockets have cut that lead down to 15. The Knicks led by as many as 23. Rockets with 8 unanswered. On the shot clock. Wilkins. What a gorgeous move. Going full speed along the baseline and able to put up the soft underhand.
This pressure by the Knicks now will keep them on their toes and not allow them to relax. After that big lead they've established, it's very difficult to maintain your intensity.
Here's Floyd from 3. And rebounded by Ewing. 3 minutes gone by in the 3rd. Knicks by 17. Jackson goes all the way. McRae for Floyd.
Jackson was played well by Sleepy Floyd, who wouldn't let him get that step.
With 5 on the shot clock, Olajuwon not able to hit. And last touch by the Knicks. So Jackson behind the back to Wilkins. Oh, another spectacular pass from Mark Jackson.
So simple, but so spectacular. I mean, physically difficult in what he did.
So Jackson with 12 assists. Eric Sleepy Floyd answering. He has 6 points. He's been quiet. And the Knicks now lead 72-56.
Rockets shot 35% the first half. That's changing fast. They're really shooting well now.
Cartwright getting position. Cartwright. Wilkins trying to cut McRae off. And a 20-second timeout for Houston.
Timeout for the Rockets.
As Eric Floyd went down away from the ball. Did not see that occur as McRae was breaking down court. Rocket trainer Ray Melchiori and Coach Bill Fitch checking it out. We'll get a look at it now.
Bill Cartwright now, after this move, swings into Floyd and clobbers him, and that's where the damage was done. What a shot. He took a 10 and he's out. But obviously coming back to life, boy, that must have hurt.
Dr. Bruce Brill or Dr. Graham, please report to the security office.
The Knicks,
floor number 5.
starting 5, has had an excellent performance. They've been getting the help off the bench recently, but have not needed it to this point. Alan Level is back now, replacing Eric Floyd. McCray kicked it out, says Darryl Garrison. So it will be Nick Ball. The Knicks with Jackson and Wilkins in the backcourt. Cartwright, Green, and Walker up front. 5 minutes gone by in the third. Green for Walker. And a tip home by Cartwright. Beautiful pass from Sidney Green.
Knicks lead 74-56.
Here's Reed. Robert Reed with 6 points. 16-point Knick lead.
Of course, Houston's goal is to get this lead of the Knicks down to 10 and then chop away from there. So the Knicks have to keep up the intensity level.
Three on the shot clock.
Oh, what a basket. Kenny Walker going up in one direction, turning around and shooting it.
11 points for Walker. 76-58, the Knicks on top. Walker trying to play Carroll, and set a career high 32 points plus 10 assists. Brad Dougherty 19 points, 12 rebounds. Knicks lead by 16, 5:40 remaining, third quarter. Wilkins had it knocked away, and Carroll fires it down. Olajuwon. Rebound Green. Cartwright for Green, who's fouled. And a good level trap. Carroll back to help. And here's Reed. So the Rockets successfully handle the pressure in that sequence.
Well, you want the team to take the jump shots. Of course, if they make them, that's another story, but that's the goal of the pressure. Keep them outside.
Wilkins. 3 on the 24. 4.5 left, third quarter. Here's McCray, and hit by Green. Has not received much playing time since coming off the injury list. He's been out with that sprained right ankle. Cummings now guarded by Olajuwon. Jackson for Cartwright.
That was an amazing thing Jackson did. I thought he was going to get stuffed. And he held the ball long enough until he was just about back on the ground and found Cartwright. Wow.
Knicks by 17, 80-63. Here's McCray. And a nice tip home. 80-65. Joe Barry Carroll getting credit for the field goal. He now has 13 points. Cummings. And it will be Houston ball.
Houston's new version of the Twin Towers with Joe Barry and Olajuwon playing together again, trying to get something going, some dominance.
Knicks have led by as many as 23. And Reed again. He was shooting poorly earlier. In fact, the ball going all over the place. Air balls long, short, but he has certainly settled down. And he's hitting that long-range pop. Knick lead is down to 13. And Rockets take possession off the turnover. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Level from 3. And the Knicks call for a timeout. 2 minutes 50. Knicks with a 13-point lead, but the Rockets have cut into it. Level going behind the back, and it drew the foul. Reed was hit. So off the steal, the Rockets will go to the line. Gerald Wilkins called on the foul.
Problem began when Mark Jackson fell down and was able to get the ball to Newman, but then the pressure came in and Knicks coughed it up. And Alan Level does a Mark Jackson number behind to Robert Reed.
He's being worked over by the fight doctor, Freddie Pacheco, and Lou Duva, and is expected to return later on. Jackson with a nice feed. Newman was stopped. And a foul called on Houston. Lead by 11. They led by as many as 23. Olajuwon stole it from Cummings and was pushed. Olajuwon pushed by Cummings.
Dangerous.
And it may be a breakaway foul. Apparently that is the call.
Olajuwon ever so quick. Now he's wearing a huge brace on his knee. Anticipates well. What a competitor. Runs the court so well and gets that push from behind.
Akeem is now 6 for 8 from the line. He has 17 points.
Coming in tonight, the history of Akeem Olajuwon in New York is an illustrious one. He's averaged 32 and 22 rebounds in his 3 prior visits here.
And with Bill Fitch and Reed with the save. Here's Olajuwon. Oh, way off. Rockets get back. Wilkins in traffic and felt he was fouled. Continues a discussion with Darryl Garrison. The Knicks earlier this third quarter led by as many as 23. It's down to 10. 6 on the 24. Quick step by Olajuwon. Will the basket count? Let's see. No indication. He was pushed. And still no indication from the official, Dan Crawford. Apparently says no. The Rockets were asking for the bucket.
Olajuwon getting more and more into this game. He's their center. You can see how well he handles the basketball on the dribble. But he earned foul shots on that play.
And often you get the call on the continuation. Very tentative approach that time. The Rocket bench was upset. Olajuwon cutting the lead down to 9 with a minute and a half remaining third quarter.
So the Rockets are really achieving their goal. They're coming back.
Here is Cartwright. Yes. Bill Cartwright with his third field goal. He has 6. And the Knicks lead 82-71. Knicks trap Level, who just flings it down. Got the good pass to Carroll, who pops. 82-73. The Knicks by 9.
Knicks want those long passes. That was done well, though, by Level to Carroll.
50 seconds remaining, third quarter. Cartwright got the step. The foul called on Carroll, his 73. Been a long rest period for Patrick Ewing, who got off to the sensational start, but was lifted after picking up that third foul. Ewing with 27 points. Reed on a force. 25 seconds left. Third quarter. Jackson saw the opening.
Well, Peterson turned his back. He was in the position to close that middle up, turned his back, forgot about Jackson, and he got exploited.
85-73. Knicks by 12. 10 seconds remaining in the third. And Level working the clock down. 5 seconds. Down to 3. Here's Level. So a good finish to the quarter.
Knicks playing tough defense as usual, forced that jump shot by Reed. Mark Jackson gets going down court. He'll head to the middle of the court in a moment. You can see Level doing his job right here. Level is doing it and is fine, but then all of a sudden Peterson, who was in a position to bother Jackson, turns his back on him and goes in for the layup. Mark Jackson does, as Peterson not remembering that defense is a team game. He was just concerned about Cummings, and Jackson had the layup.
Patrick Ewing with all 27 points in the first half. He's 10 out of 16 overall, and was pulled after picking up his third, replaced by Bill Cartwright. Mark Jackson has been outstanding, 13 points, 13 assists. And Akeem Olajuwon in his return after missing 3 games because of the sprained right knee, has come back strong with 15 points, 12 rebounds. Eric Sleepy Floyd has been patched up, has the ice pack right by that right eye as he took an elbow accidentally from Bill Cartwright earlier in the third quarter. Pressure on the inbounds as we get underway in the fourth. Purvis Short has returned up front with Peterson and Olajuwon. Level and McCray in the backcourt. Here's Level with 6 on the 24. Alan Level with his first field goal. He missed his first 4. So the Knicks by 10, 85-75. Trent Tucker down the backcourt with Mark Jackson. Patrick Ewing getting set to report in. Here's Cummings putting a move on Peterson and called for a travel.
Patrick Ewing, number 33, is hit for New York.
Here is Ewing for Cummings.
Patrick Ewing, in case there was any doubt, for Pat Cummings, indicating that he was in for him.
So the Knicks going with the combination of Ewing and Cartwright. Here's Level. Tough by Tucker. Kept alive by Olajuwon. Into the head fake sequence. Nice rebound by Ewing. Level back. Jackson right at him. And then goes 1-on-4. Ewing with a save. Here's Jackson. Yes. Knicks 87. And the Rockets 77. Level accelerated. Fouled by Tucker, a blocking foul on Trent Tucker.
Tucker did a good job to get in front of Level.
Trent Tucker, that's his second personal foul.
Level's tough. He's having a very good year for this team.
Cedric Maxwell, number 18.
He started, as a matter of fact, 54 of their 69 games and did well. He had a lot of big games.
Alan Level on the line, shooting 2.
Well, when Akeem Olajuwon lashed out at Eric Floyd and Bill Fitch, he said Level is the only true point guard on this ball club. Alan Level, 104th pick of the 1979 draft, and here he is in his 9th season. Knicks by 8.
Level had 15 assists in one game this year.
Here's Ewing. Beautiful finger roll by Patrick Ewing, who now has 29. The Knicks 89, the Rockets 79 with 2:15 gone by here in the fourth quarter. Olajuwon able to beat Ewing, who went for the steal, so Akeem has 17. A crowd of 16,333 here at Madison Square Garden. Knicks trying to make it 27-10 at home. They've won 17 of the last 19 at the Garden. 14 rebounds for Akeem. Short. And Tucker off the board. From the ball, Maxwell battling for position with Cartwright.
Followed by
giving away some height, called on the foul.
His first personal foul.
That is the first on Maxwell, and the first team foul called on the Rockets. Maxwell fronting Cartwright. Good play. Cartwright off the board. Ewing wide open. 31 points for Patrick Ewing, so that equals his season high at 31 back on the 8th of January against the Nets.
Bill Fitch reacting quickly to that defensive breakdown will bring in Joe Barry Carroll. He may feel that Olajuwon is simply tired.
Level. On fire. He has hit his last 3. He has 12 points. And the Knicks lead by 8, 91-83. Level fell down. Jackson taking advantage and then threw it away. Maxwell. Here's Maxwell. Ewing also doing it in the rebounding department. He now has 11. Cartwright has a mismatch with Maxwell trying to draw the foul. And then the air ball thrown with the short making that shot difficult. Level from 3. Both clubs having their shooting difficulties now.
This is where the Knicks need their leadership from Mark Jackson. Slow it up. Pass and go away. Open up opportunities for other people. That's just what he does.
Olajuwon on the intercept.
Joe Barry Carroll back to the bench because Olajuwon has more life in him than Bill Fitch saw moments ago.
And now Houston calls. Houston ball following the timeout. Knicks have 4 timeouts left, and Houston with 3 remaining. Maxwell with the shot clock running down has cut it down to a 6-point Knick lead. Wilkins just checked back in, so the Knicks go to the 3-guard alignment. Green is also back. He replaced Cartwright. Wilkins lost it. So the Rockets continue their surge. They were down by as many as 23 early 3rd quarter. Carroll on the reverse stop. And the Knicks call for, let's see, nope. I thought they were calling for time. Ball was knocked away by the Rockets. It is a 4-point Knick lead.
So prosperity was too much for the Knicks early in this game. Now they got problems.
Knick turnover is hurting. Ewing will go to the line. The Knicks have committed 5 turnovers in this 4th quarter. Rockets. And Adam Level has come on for Eric Floyd. Has played very well, hitting the jumper, running the club well. Maxwell got the step, stop, and last touch by the Rockets. Combination of Walker and Ewing stopping Cedric Maxwell. The Knicks lead by 5, 92-87. 5.5 left of the game. Carroll trying to draw the foul. The official, Danny Crawford, says no. And Patrick Ewing, with 34 points, has given the Knicks a 7-point lead. A timeout being called by the Rockets. Timeout with 5 minutes, 5 seconds remaining of the game. Just under 5 minutes remaining, 4th quarter. And the Knicks now lead by 7, 94-87. Buck Johnson just checked back in. Joe Barry Carroll playing with the 5 fouls. Jackson off the steal. Short chasing. Wilkins from Jackson. What a play. 96-87. The Knicks by 9. Mark Jackson has 15 assists. 4 on the 24. Jackson with Wilkins. 2 Rockets back. And now the entire team gets back. And an illegal defense called on Houston.
The technical foul is in charge.
So that is a technical, and Gerald Wilkins will go to the line. 61. Oscar set the standard for most assists by a rookie. So Mark has passed that by. Now Carroll sits down. Olajuwon back in. Down to 4 minutes left in the game. Here's Jackson. Rebounded by Olajuwon. Level off the change of direction. So Allen Level will go to the line. He's 6 for 6. The Knicks now by 7. 96-89. Last week in Houston, the Rockets beat the Knicks 134-117. Most points given up by the Knicks this year. Most points scored by the Rockets. And Houston has won 6 of its last 7 against the Knicks. Jackson got caught, also took a shot in the eye. And last touch by the Knicks. Mark trying to shake it off. Olajuwon. Olajuwon off the rebound. Ewing did not want to pick up another foul, but the Rockets move within 5. 96-91. 3 minutes remaining in the game. The crowd coming to life. Green off a head fake and foul.
Moments ago, Gerald Wilkins was imploring Sidney Green, and he rewarded Green. Came down to the corner and then gave the ball up to Sidney down low.
Just under 3 remaining in the game. Knicks go back to pressure. Maxwell handles it. And then trapped. A holding foul, says Darryl Garrison. It's on Jackson. His second. It's a non-shooting foul. The Knicks with their 3rd team foul. Rockets also have 3. Walker jumping out at level. Olajuwon putting the move on. Akeem Olajuwon cuts that Knick lead down to 4, and he has 21 points, 16 rebounds. Here's pressure on Jackson. Reed deflects it out.
Olajuwon has such a power. He missed 3 games. He looked like he was fatigued in certain parts of this game, but now he is in the groove.
Bill Cartwright returns, replacing Sidney Green. 5 points, 8 rebounds for Green. 2:20 remaining in the game. The Knicks led by as many as 23 and now are clinging to the 4-point lead. 3 on the shot clock. The steal by Reed. As we approach 2 minutes left in the game.
A rare sight, Jackson coughing it up. And Ewing with a reach in, it results in a turnover. Big play by him.
A minute and 50 left. The Knicks lead by 4. 8 on the 24. Cartwright backing Maxwell. Basket pass. And the foul. Maxwell felt that it should have been an offensive foul. So Cartwright got the call on the continuation.
It's a mismatch. Cartwright's too big. Maxwell's trying to do everything he can to distract him and draw the foul. He grabs Cartwright's shirt, as you can see, pulls it out. Doesn't bother Cartwright's concentration, however.
Big bucket. Cartwright extends the Knick lead to 6. A minute and 35 left in the game. The Knicks 99, the Rockets 93. Here's Bart Johnson. Rockets, you would think, wanted to shoot the ball. He is replaced now by Herbert Short. It will be Nick Ball with 1:25 remaining in the game. Let's try to work the clock down a bit. 10 on the 24. Here is Ewing. Yes. The Knicks 101. The Houston Rockets 93. And the Rockets call for time. 1:12 left in the game. Then extended to as many as 23 points in the third quarter. The Rockets made a run. Cut that lead down to 4, but the Knicks now lead by 8. Mark Jackson with 17 assists. Patrick Ewing with 36 points. The two stats that stand out. Walker off the steal. Oh, did he go up high?
He was on an elevator, wasn't he?
The Knicks by 10. Lead from 3. 103 to 96. So the Knicks by 7 with a minute remaining in the game. On the shot clock. Knicks trying to use that clock. A steal by Olajuwon. 103-98. The Rockets continue to hang around. We're down to 35 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
Gerald Wilkins has been careless with the basketball a couple of times.
12 on the shot clock, 25 in the game. Knicks by 5. Here's Jackson. Olajuwon got a piece of it. Jackson deflected it out. And with 19 seconds remaining, it will be Houston ball. Rockets do have one timeout left. Knicks have 3 left. And Rick Pitino looking to insert Sidney Green. Sidney replaces Bill Cartwright. Rockets down by 5. And Jackson gives the foul. 16 seconds remaining.
Yes, and as you say, break up the pattern and the flow of what they might have had in mind.
Olajuwon going to the hoop. 10 seconds left. Down to 5. And that will do it. Solid performance by the Knicks. And they come away with a 103-98 victory over the Houston Rockets. Apparently a foul was called right at the buzzer as Short took a swipe at Walker, and Kenny Walker will go to the line.
2 shots.
So the game is over as Walker has 2 free throws. 13 for Walker, who has really been playing well the last 2-3 weeks.
Bill Fitch hanging in here till the very end.
Wanted to see the final score, which is the Knicks 101.